Hello everyone. In previous classes, we are done with the introduction part of the international business. So in today's class, we are going to speak about the scope of the international business. So what is the future? What is the future development? Or what is the importance of the international business? Sometimes the importance may be different, but under the scope, the future development or the future hopes will come. Okay. So let's see the points one by one. It's foreign investments. So if you are in an international business, the main feature of the international business is the different currencies. Okay, so when you are dealing with the different currencies, then your next step definitely will be the investments in some other market. When we are speaking about the investments, the basic idea of the investment is the diversification. Okay, so the diversification of the funds is done by some of the analysis. So those analysis is called as the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis. Under the fundamental analysis, we say it as economy analysis or market analysis, then after industry analysis, then after the company analysis. Okay, so the investor should analyze the market first and should decide what type of the market or which economy to invest and how much to invest in that particular economy, and then after he has to see which industry to invest and how much to invest in that particular industry. Then he has to study the company and he has to decide how much amount he or she has to invest in that particular company. Okay, so investor means not only individual, sometimes it will be the companies too and even the mutual funds also. So here, if any company is going for the international trade, then they will invest in foreign economy. Okay, so if anyone is investing in the stocks and securities, that's a different aspect. Okay, so company analysis will come only when you are investing in the securities. But if you are investing in the business, if you are trying to enter into one particular market to do the business, then obviously it is only a economy analysis and the industry analysis. So which industry you want to go, obviously you will be decided it first, but you have to analyze it once again. Exports and imports of merchandise. So when you are entering into a international business, you are going to do some of the exports and the imports. So if you need some of the raw materials or any of the spare parts, maybe you are going to import those raw materials and the spare parts, and your finished products, if you are producing in some other country, you are going to export it, right? So this is one of the scope of the international trade. Licensing and franchising. Sometimes to enter into a new economy, there may not be a direct method. You have a different strategies. Okay, so licensing and franchising is one of these. Okay. So by using or by giving a permission to use your license and even your trademark to some other company which is already dealing in that particular market is one of the way and one of the scope. Service exports and imports. If the company is giving the service, then this is also possible. The service exports and imports. Even though if you are producing only products, then also there is maybe a need of some of the services. Okay, so if any company is entering into the international trade, then the export of the service and the imports of these services may be there. Then growth opportunities. Obviously, any company who wants to go to the international trade to earn more market shares, to get more sales, more profit and all. So in the international trade, there is a growth opportunities. Then benefiting from the currency exchange. So there is something called as foreign exchange reserves. Okay, on the basis of that, many countries and some of the institutions are deciding the position of that particular country. Okay, if the foreign exchange reserve is good, then the company is capable of repaying or handling the international businesses. Okay, so benefiting from the currency exchange, if there is more international trade, your foreign exchange reserves will be more. Limitations of the domestic market. So sometimes in a domestic market there might be a limitation. For example, Japan. In Japan, the number of population is less, but they are expert in producing the vehicles, right? The automobile industry is good there. So there is a limitation in the domestic market, and that's why they are going to sell their products in some of the other countries. You see, so that is what, because of the limitations of the domestic market, the company may go to the international trade. So this is about the scope of international trade, and in coming classes we are going to study about the importance of the international trade. So some of the aspects which we have already studied under the scope of the international trade, and some more aspects we are going to study under the importance. Okay, so what is the main difference between a scope and importance? Scope means we are going to speak about the future. Okay, importance means what is the present, or what is the benefit of this international trade for the particular economy.